Hey guys, welcome back to Nitro's Corner. We're here today with my March manga haul. We got 20 plus volumes, some new series that I'm starting, some that I'm continuing, and one that I finished, plus a giveaway from the Shinigami Wolf Master himself, Eric. Now let's get into this haul. Before we start talking about it too much though, I have to say, for any of you guys out there who are reading Phantom Seer, why the hell did they X this series? I mean, it was just starting to really get into its first kind of full completed arc here. I thought it was getting good and I was enjoying it. I even saw that they've already had 4 reprints of the initial volume in Japan. So for what reason do they have for ending the series? I mean, don't they need some new series to start getting hyped so they don't have to rely on the giants that they have for the last 10 years? I mean, at some point One Piece is gonna end. I mean, it's gonna end, right? I mean, I guess none of us really know what Oda's thinking. We could have another 10 years of One Piece, but My Hero Academia is supposed to be in its final stages. Jujutsu Kaisen is supposed to end in a couple years, and Chainsaw Man's already done part 1. Do you really think we can rely on Black Clover and Boruto shonen? Do you really think that we can rely on them? I think not. So what I think is that they need to give these new series the time of day. You know, this series could have been great. I think it was really coming into its own, and I hope that another publisher or maybe one of the offshoots of Shonen pick it up and continue it, because it's gonna be good and it's really only just started. Now, enough of Phantom Seer, let's get into what I bought this month. First off, I'm gonna go with the series that I've been continually reading for the last couple hauls, and that's Noragami. This time around I bought volume 7 through 10. We're getting to a really good part, especially volumes 9 and 10 when we go into Yomi. We get to this part where like it's really dark. We start to see a little bit of Yato's past with father and how his connection with the Stray developed, which was really cool and honestly really depressing. And I didn't think Noragami was going to take it to this level, because it always was kind of a lighthearted slice of life series in my opinion, which was good. I think it did that really well, but they took a turn and it's like it gets pretty depressing during these volumes. I'm not complaining because I do prefer stuff like that, but like the heavens start kind of acting like a Big Brother-esque role to the gods, even the 7 gods of fortune, where they don't really know if they're safe, and some shit goes down, especially with Ebisu. I don't want to ruin anything for you guys, but there was a really tough, like, tear-jerking moment there, and I gotta say, like, I'm very happy with the way this series is going, and I'm gonna continue picking it up and probably get current with it here in the next haul, maybe the next 2 hauls. I know it's up to like 21, so I have another 10 volumes to go, but I do plan on getting current with that series at one point in the near future. So next up is a series that I absolutely fucking loved. A series that I absolutely loved is what we have next up, guys. And this one took me a while to read because I accidentally bought 1 through 8 thinking that there was only 8 volumes, to only realize that there was actually 10. And that's Happiness, guys. This series is, oh my god, like, this series is probably, in my opinion, top 5 manga for me of all time, up with the likes of Mushishi and Berserk. This series just like, there's so many twists that I really didn't fucking expect. And he takes it to, Oshimi takes it to a place where it's like, oh my god, like these characters have been through so much shit. Like, how can they truly be happy again? And it's, they do, you know, it's all about them trying to find happiness and coming to terms with themselves and dealing with the shit that comes up, in a sense. But then there's other characters that you realize will never truly be happy. They're just sociopathic, like fucking psychos, and like, oh my god. There's some twists, guys. Like, if you haven't read the series, please pick it up and you'll see why it's in my top 5 now. And honestly, every day climbing up to the top 3. So who knows where it's gonna end in the next couple of months. But I love it. 10 out of 10 in my opinion. 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 in my opinion, guys. So next we have up a couple of random series that I picked up. If you haven't watched my manga shopping video yet, where you guys picked out what manga I bought, these are the pickups I got from there. So some of you might know those. but I actually got Beast Complex, which is one that I've been wanting to read for a while because I enjoy Beastars thoroughly, and this is kind of like, it's by the same mangaka Paru, and I don't really know much of the series. I know it's just kind of like more of a slice of life, follows the stories of a couple of different animals. Eric highly recommended it, and I value Eric, the Shinigami Master's opinion, so I will give it a try, and I will keep reading it and see what I think of it. It kind of, in my opinion, at the beginning, and just kind of flipping through it, it had kind of like a Tarantino aspect where it's like all these stories are kind of going on at the same time. Maybe they'll connect. Oh, I just gave you a sneak peek of what my next pickup was, but I've started 20th Century Boys. The 20th Century Boys, because it seems like a very interesting series, and I know a lot of manga tubers out there rave about it and they really like it. I always see it circulating from one collector to another, and I just think that like these newer versions look really cool, like the spine, the feel of them. They have kind of like a matte finish, so I'm interested to check this one out. I've been wanting to for a while, so let me know if you've read it down below. I'm sure a lot of you have. Next is another new series that Kate picked out for me, actually. Neutral Living Kate. She walked by and she's like, I give you one swap out. And this is what she swapped out. Blue Giant. I've never read anything like this, so it's going to be really interesting. But the art style of it looked really, really cool. I don't know if you guys can see it from this far away. But yeah, this new camera, hopefully this is focused, but the art style is just like amazing. I don't want to spoil too much of the series like last time I did with Happiness. But this one's going to be an interesting read. I think this is a good summer read while I'm just kind of like lounging around one day, read it pretty quickly. I think it'll be good. I'll let you know what I think. Another series I'm continuing that I'm absolutely in love with right now. Again, it's a little lighthearted, but it does have some darker themes with it, especially with the Bill Cosby-esque Queefrey, who just is helping out all the little girls. We have Hat Atelier, volumes 4. I am planning on picking up the rest of the volumes. I think there's maybe 7 or 8 out in English, so they have them at my local Barnes & Noble, so I'll probably pick those up for my next haul at some point. And continue reading those because I really, really like this, and it's getting to a really, really dope part, and this volume ended right where it's like a huge cliffhanger. The Snakeback Cave, I think it's called, they kind of fell in there. So if you guys haven't picked this series up, do it, and do it now, because this series, it reminds me a lot of kind of like Harry Potter almost. Like I've talked about it before, but I really like magic-based series where they go in depth on like how the magic works and the power system. And this has a really, really good power system where it's like little minute details of like drawing the seals and making the magic. Like, your arrow's a little longer, then it's gonna shoot harder. If your arrow's curved slightly to the left, it's gonna shoot to the left. So it's like, I really like how in-depth the power system goes, and I highly recommend this series. Kodansha Publications is killing it. I know that they're not the mangaka, but I can't think of who it is off the top of my head. Komane Shirahama, I think, is the mangaka. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Oh, almost just dropped everything. But Hat Atelier, great series. Pick it up if you haven't started yet. And the final one from the shopping vlog is Boruto. I got one random volume of Boruto. I watched the anime for a little bit. I've kind of since dropped it. I'm on like episode 60 or something, 70. So this is volume 10. It's probably way past where I am in the anime. And I honestly don't know if I'll ever collect all of this, but maybe at one point I'll catch up on reading, or whenever I catch up to volume 10, I'll start reading rather than watching the anime from that point on. If any of you guys do read Boruto, please let me know what you think of it, because I thought the beginning of the series was pretty trash in my opinion. It's just not the same. And I do have a video explaining my opinion on this, why Boruto is good for the next generation, but it just hasn't really touched my forte or my preferences, but I have heard that it gets a lot better later on. So if any of you guys out there have read that, please let me know what you think. All right, lastly, we have the Shinigami Wolf Boys package. Let's open it up and see what he sent. I mean, I guess I know what it is, but you don't, so let me open it up and show you what the Wolf Master sent me. All right, so from Shinny's giveaway, I won Fullmetal Alchemist, which I am really excited for because I've only ever watched, I haven't read any of it. I've only watched the original Fullmetal Alchemist. I've never watched Brotherhood. I know a lot of you are gonna be like, what the fuck, are you kidding me? But I just haven't yet, so I am really interested to read this because I heard that the series is a lot better than what the first anime really portrayed. So I got volumes 2 through 10, and I don't even know how many volumes the series is. There's Mustang's badass. So I don't know if it's the complete series or not. Obviously it's not without volume 1, but I don't know what volume it ends on. So I will be interested to read this. I will have to pick up volume 1 at some point. And I was debating, like, when I was gonna pick up the series, I was debating whether or not to get the new hardcovers because I think those look so dope. But I mean, now that I have these, I might as well just finish the singles. Fullmetal Alchemist, I enjoyed the first series. I enjoyed the original anime, but apparently Brotherhood is tenfold better, so I guess at some point I'll have to read that or watch it. Well, I guess read it because I have it now. There's volume 10. All right, guys, well, that's it for today. I hope this comes out all right. I finally think I've figured out how to get this camera to work. Got the SD card. Let's just upload it and see how it goes. Let me know if any of these series you've read and you like. If you want to hear my opinion on any of them, feel free to comment below and I'll prioritize reading one of those first. But peace out for now. We're signing out. Stay healthy to this camera. Stay safe to this camera. Stay in the corner, and I love you.